Welcome to the Gambling Show. I'm your host, TJ Carpenter, still picking over 70% against the spread. That's amazing. Also, we're learning from our mistakes. We've had a few mistakes. We're learning from them. Social video for exactly what you need. Catapult. Unique. Powerful. Creative. Not everybody learns from their mistakes. Matt Nagy refuses to learn from his mistakes like a man. Bears at Eagles. Last week, the Bears lost in the usual way. A missed field goal that was largely the result of poor coaching choices that pissed off the universe and confused any players left on the field that had fully functioning brain cells. When asked about his choices that led up to this inevitable result on the field, Matt Nagy vehemently defended himself.
I'll just be brutally clear. Zero thought of throwing the football, zero thought of running the football. You understand me? That's exactly what it was. So it's as simple as that.
Yeah, I lost, and I'd lose again. I'd lose again over and over and over. What, am I some kind of pansy who would do things differently if I could? No! Someone who learns from their mistakes? Men don't learn from their mistakes. They make them repeatedly until they're dead. The Eagles are coming off a huge win over the Bills, so I fully expect them to put forth little to no effort in this game or not show up at all. Carson Wentz is alive and playing football at a very Carson Wentzian rate. He may not be better than Dak Prescott, but hey, only like half the quarterbacks in the league are better than Dak Prescott. That's not that many people. Take the Eagles to cover at home. Two former Andy Reid assistant coaches going up against one another. I'm going to take the one who has clearly learned from their mistakes, unlike Andy Reid, and is more tranquil than Don Draper at a hippie retreat. Eagles to cover and take the over. Buccaneers at Seahawks. News broke this week that Bucs GM Jason Licht has in fact been spending an inordinate amount of time and resources writing Jameis Winston erotica under a fake name. Look, if you can come up with 400 pages of steamy, hot Jameis Winston analysis that's been distorted and tied up into all kinds of knots, that you can be kink-shamed on the internet and not be offending anybody, you just might be the best GM in the history of the NFL. I don't care how many kickers you've drafted. None of that has anything to do with the game, and it doesn't have to. The Seahawks are still one of the best teams in the NFL, and with their 1-2 punch of DK Metcalf, who has more muscles than a Dragon Ball Z character, and Tyler Lockett, who's like Antonio Brown if he weren't crazy, or as fast, or as good. And don't forget Russell Wilson, Mr. Soul Glow himself. This trifecta, plus defense, plus home field advantage, means Seahawks win in a blowout. And also they have their sleeper cell Jameis Winston to help them out as well. He helped the Titans out last week. Make no mistake about it. He will throw to your team on purpose. Book it. Bank it. Seahawks to cover and also take the over. Browns at Broncos. First of all, the team that loses will be wearing orange. Let's just get that out of the way right now. Many people have pointed out on social media that Baker Mayfield has more commercial spots than he does touchdowns this season. But I would like to remind you, I have more commercial spots than Denver's starting quarterback in this game, Brandon Allen. We have the same amount of passing touchdowns in the NFL. We have the same amount of passes in the NFL. We have the same amount of everything in the NFL. Zero. All you need to know is that Brandon Allen doesn't want to play in this game either. The last time we saw Brandon, he was sitting next to Joe Flacco as he was getting his neck checked out, checking his own neck out. Doc, I'm not so sure about this. My neck, it's making lots of noises. I'm not sure if I can go in, Doc. To be fair to Brandon, I wouldn't want to go in against that team with this offensive line either. That's just plain and simple self-preservation. I don't want to die. You don't want to die. Brandon doesn't want to die. No one wants to die. And with that offensive line they've got in Denver, there is a significant chance that Brandon Allen, who is smaller than me, might die. However, I know for a fact that Baker Mayfield sucks. And I have no freaking clue, as much as I may project and as much as I may definitely, probably 100% know that Brandon Allen is not a good quarterback, I don't know it for sure. Go with what you know. The Broncos might lose this game, but they also might not. So take the Broncos to cover in this game, maybe not win. This game will probably be pretty close and probably terrible and probably really low scoring. Definitely know the team in orange is going to lose. Patriots at Ravens. You can go ahead and chalk this up as the easiest money of the weekend. Patriots will beat the Ravens on the road. The Ravens are good, but let's be honest here. The Patriots defense has more swagger than Jimmy Garoppolo on a cruise that's catered to NFL sideline reporters.
Big team effort.
8-0. How does that feel?
Feels great, baby.
Happy Halloween right back at you. Thanks so much.
No problem. It is Halloween. Oh.
Yes, 200 rather attractive women who are just looking for that special someone to sweep them off their feet, who has $40 million in guarantees and a starting quarterback job in the NFL. Or with Alabama. There's always the asterisk for Alabama. And one, Tony Siragusa, who has also been called baby numerous times by Jimmy Garoppolo. The Patriots defense is going to shut Lamar Jackson down. Why? Because they shut everyone down. It doesn't matter what kind of quarterback you are, quarterback, running back, hybrid back. Lamar Jackson could be a Tesla, and the Patriots defense would just shut down the power to the stadium. Plus, the Patriots have medical miracle Tom Brady, who has been aging backwards for the last 10 years. The rest of the NFL needs to get it through their head. If you're ever going to compete with the Patriots, all you're going to need is a defense that can get away with misogyny on social media scot-free, and also a quarterback who defies the second law of thermodynamics. What's so hard about that? This is your fault, NFL, and now you're going to sacrifice Lamar Jackson to the spirit demon of darkness? What did he ever do? Huh? Except joyously play the game of football with happiness and carefreeness that has inspired millions of people in Baltimore. He has so much left to give. Why ruin his life this weekend? Take the Patriots and the over. It's always the over. Social video for exactly what you need. Catapult. Unique, powerful, creative.